Hi, and welcome to our special edition Masters at the Mayfair video. We're here to discuss the upcoming weekend. We've got a great week ahead of us with the Masters. Up in the Spike Bar on Saturday and Sunday, there'll be a Masters lunch buffet. And the three of us are here to discuss our Masters golf draft. The draft helps raise money for the Royal Junior program, and it's a great way to get involved with 5 feet of snow on the ground. So we're going to start off by introducing the draft. The way it works is you take 1 player in each of the country categories and 2 players in each of the US boxes. So Mike, who do you like in Australia this year?
Well, Rob, I've hands down, I picked him about 2 weeks ago. I thought he was really playing good because he's a great putter. It's Aaron Baddeley from Australia. He's been struggling a little bit on tour the last couple of years, but I got a funny feeling that he's going to have a really good tournament. He played really well last week here in Texas, and I think he is primed and ready to go.
Jacob, who's your Aussie pick?
I've got to go with Bads as well. He got tied for second finish this last week in Texas, and I think he's going to carry it on.
All right, I'm going to go with Adam Scott. I think his swing is just so good, so repeatable, and under those stressful situations in a major, I think it's going to hold up for 4 days. All right, let's move into South Africa, and I'm going to go with Tim Clark. He always plays well at the Masters, and I'm just going to throw him out there for my pick. Mike?
Now, this was a bit tougher pick for me, but I'm going to go with Retief Goosen. Retief Goosen is a veteran player. He loves putting on really fast greens, and he hits it a long way. So I'm going to go with Retief Goosen.
Jacob?
I think I'm going to go with Louis Oosthuizen, the Open champion. I think he's starting to play a little better this week, and that's my pick.
Well, in the Korean box, there's only 4 players to choose from, and I've got to go with KJ Choi. I think he's hands down the favorite out of the 4 Koreans that are playing at the Masters. Mike?
I agree. KJ Choi is a good pick for the Masters. I think he's played well there in the past, and he's hands down my pick as well.
I'm going to have to go with PGA champ Y.E. Yang. I think he's playing good this week, so going with him.
All right, in the Spain box, we've got a proven veteran with Jimenez, and I'm going to have to go with him. I'm going to go with the experience that he's got playing Masters. Been out in Augusta for a long time now, so I'm going to stick with Jimenez. How about you, Mike?
I like that pick, but I'm going to go with Sergio. I got a funny feeling Sergio's starting to find a little bit of his golf game. He's a better ball striker than 99% of the guys out there. If he can figure a way to put his way around the Masters, Sergio Garcia might contend.
I'm loving the mechanic, Jimenez. I think his veteran self will be able to get around Augusta.
He'll be the best player out there with the ponytail, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, in the English box, I think any one of those 6 players can win. I'm going to go with Lee Westwood. I'm a Ping guy, so I'm just going to stick with Westy. But all 6 of those Englishmen are strong contenders. Mike, who are you going to go with?
Part of me really likes to pick Poulter because he's the best dressed guy on the PGA Tour, but I'm going to go with Luke Donald. The way he won the match play this year, and he looks pretty rock solid. So I'm gonna go with Luke Donald.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Lee Westwood as well, like Rob said. Former #1 player in the world. Played okay last week in Texas, so I'm going to go with Lee.
Now, we've already discussed the Japanese box. There's 3 players, and without a doubt, all 3 of us have come to the conclusion that Ryo Ishikawa is the way to go. He's the young guy. I think he's just going to walk away with that box. If all 3 of those players are involved, he'll definitely be the top gun. And in the German box, all 3 of those players are great. I'm going to have to go with Keimer. Hopefully he's not wearing a scarf for this one, but I'm going to go with Keimer. Mike?
Yeah, I agree. Keimer is the way to go. #1 player in the world. This guy is rock solid. He's probably one of the purest ball strikers out there, so I'm going to go Keimer all the way. I actually am picking him to win the tournament.
All right. Bold. Very bold, Mike. Now, in the Swedish box, I'm going to go with Robert Karlsson. I think he's had a great year so far and playing very well right now in the United States, and he's definitely my pick in the Swedes.
I'm going to go Henrik Stenson. He's a good player. He's got a good history, so I'm going to go with Stenson.
I'm also going to go with Stenson. His track record's been good at the Masters, so in that group I'll go with Stenson.
All right, now the real tough decisions are in these world boxes. I think in the first world box, I'm going to go with Singh. I'm going to go with the old guy. He's been playing a lot. He knows that course very well, and he's been practicing very hard this year as always. So I'm going to go with Singh. It's tough to bet against McIlroy and McDowell, but I'm going with Singh.
Well, it's tough. You know, I had a pretty good guess here. I thought McIlroy was my pick guarantee, or Graham McDowell. But old Padraig Harrington is starting to find a little life in his golf game, so I'm going to go with Padraig Harrington.
Myself, I'm going to have to go with the Irish, Graham McDowell. Playing well, is one of my favorites. I look for him to maybe win the tournament.
All right, the last World box, I'm going to go with Francesco Molinari from Italy. I think he's the favorite in that box, but you never know. That box is a tough one to go with, but I'm going with Francesco.
Yeah, I like either one of the brothers, but I'm gonna agree with you here, Rob. Francesco, he's a good player, he's a good ball striker, and he's the better putter of the two, I think. So I think I would go with him as well.
I agree. Go across the board, Francesco.
All right, well, before we get into the American picks, I just wanted to mention that this draft is a $25 entry fee, and it's tough to pick all the winners. So if you want to enter more than once, you're more than welcome to, because there's a great opportunity to support our Royal Juniors golf program. And moving into the American boxes, I'm going to go with Bill Haas and Matt Kuchar. I think they've had both great starts to the year. Kuchar played unbelievable last year, and again, a very repetitive swing that I think is going to be a very good swing to hold up in the majors conditions.
Well, Rob, I think you're completely crazy. After Phil Mickelson's performance here on this past weekend, how do you not pick him? He has won in the past. I think Phil has got to be #1. And whether everybody likes me or not about it, Tiger Woods is definitely my pick. I got a funny feeling he might just crack this egg here this week too. Either if it's not Martin Keimer, it's Tiger Woods going to win this event.
Well, I guess that's why we have a side bet with each other. Jacob, how about you?
I got to go with Phyllis and Tiger. You can't bet against him after Houston. And Tiger, he's always my favorite.
All right. Exciting stuff. Into the next American box, I'm going to have to go with Mark Wilson. He's won twice this year. It's his first trip to the Masters, so he'll be excited. I'm hoping he carries his momentum into the Masters. And my second pick for that one, I'm going to have to go with Jim Furyk. I think he's also got a lot of experience out there at Augusta, so those are my 2 picks in that box.
Yeah, you know what, I would love to pick Fred Couples, but he was limping his way around the golf course down in Texas here this week, so, and after his great performance last year, I'd love to pick Fred, but I'm going to go with Jim Furyk as well. And I think David Toms has found a little life in his game, and I think guys like Mark Wilson will struggle. It's their first trip to the Masters, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to go with David Toms and Jim Furyk.
Tough one. I think I'm going to go with Stewie Sink in this box. And second choice with, I think he's playing his first Masters, Steve Marino?
He is.
I think it's his first.
Indeed.
I'm going to go with Steve and Sink.
All right, moving on to the next American box, I'm going to have to go with Hunter Mahan. I think he's been playing very well lately and a very clutch performer. Absolutely. And I'm going to go with some of the young blood that's in that box, and my other pick will be D.A. Points. I'm going to call him a bit of a dark horse. So Points and Mahan are my picks in that American box. How about you, Mike?
I definitely agree. Hunter Mahan right now is probably as consistent or is playing as well as anybody right now, especially out of the U.S. So Hunter Mahan is one for me. I also, I'm going to go with Anthony Kim. I saw, and it's been a while for him, and it's just, this is sort of a last-minute change for me. And I'm riding maybe guys that are running a little confidence, and he played well this week in Texas. So Anthony Kim, without question.
I'm going to have to go with former U.S. Open champ Lucas Glover. I think he's playing well at this time, and I'm also going to go with Hunter. The boys here, he's putting lights out these days.
Is he ever? All right, in our last box, I'm going to go with Jeff Overton and Bo Van Pelt. That box is it's tough. Any one of those players could be a bit of a dark horse and end up in a good top finish, but my picks for sure: Overton and Van Pelt.
Yeah, I like Overton as well. Jeff, he's a good, solid player. And I'm going to go with Jason Bolt, just because Jason and I played a little golf together over the years, so I'm going to pick a little bit of a sentimental favorite there, Jason Bolt.
Picking with your heart.
Yes.
All right, Jacob.
Tough box. I'm going to have to go with Hoffman, the long-haired mullet man, and Ryan Palmer. A couple of young guys.
Well, there you have it. Those are our picks. That's our roundtable discussion here at the Mayfair again. Come on down this weekend. We'll have the Masters on in the golf shop. We'll have it on in the Spike Bar. We've got a great shop full of all the 2011 equipment, and we'd like to have some traffic in there. It's going to be a great weekend. So come on out, help support the Royal Juniors golf program, and enjoy Masters Week at the Mayfair.